Hey guys, I'm filming this when I'm logging on for dance, but I wanted to film right now, kind of with no plan, and I'm actually really excited because pretty soon, it's just, tomorrow you won't get a video probably, for multiple reasons. Tomorrow is a busy day for me because of the fact that tomorrow I have dance and I have a dentist appointment, so kind of busier day. But I'm excited because there's a really exciting package coming soon, and also tomorrow I'm supposed to get a package that I'm also extremely excited about, which is that I have 3 packages coming. And tomorrow I'm supposed to get my XO Pop It. I love fidget toys and I love XO Pop. For those who don't know who XO Pop is, it is a group, it's a girl group of pop stars. So it's 7 pop stars in the girl group called XO Pop. And it was a group of pop stars created by JoJo and her mom, Jesselyn Siwa. So JoJo Siwa and Jesselyn Siwa, and they are epic. And when I mean epic, I'm the type where I don't get emotional over watching people on stage. I don't really ever cry or anything like that. Obviously, I'm human. But, I don't really cry at, concerts or, well, actually, I can't say that's true. I seriously cannot say that's true. But I don't cry for, I mean, if I cry with happiness, you had to do really good. And my first ever concert I ever went to was a JoJo concert, and it was Dream Tour, and that was the first time that I ever really cried with happiness. I mean, there was a time that came really close to it, but I pulled myself together and I acted like nothing was happening. But actually, I almost cried with happiness when it was the last time I saw my crush, just because of how much I missed him and that sort of stuff. But I did not want to explain any of that. So I literally pulled myself together and I'm like, nope, you're not about to cry. And I pulled it off and no one knew anything and I looked totally fine. And that was something that he was gonna notice if that actually did happen. And then, my second concert that I ever went to was Squad Tour. And that day, I almost cried multiple times. That one was a tough day to get through without crying with happiness. And also that time, I was shaking like this the whole time, my whole body, and I was able to kind of disguise it as dancing because the entire concert was standing up, and so I could disguise it as dancing, and I danced, had some fun. But literally, I was so mind blown when I met the squad in the meet and greet, and I met literally but that I took that more off as hugs and stuff like that. What I mean by that is instead of I'm freaking out so much and almost being in tears, I literally just hugged the squad, each of the squad members, and it was amazing. And fun fact, that was actually my second time ever hugging any form of boy outside of my family. Now, let me rephrase this, or let me kind of add on to this. It's not the second time ever a boy has tried to hug me. And there's been 2 other times. The first time I didn't hug them back. And yeah, I also wasn't expecting it because in my family, a lot of them do not know this, but they're about to know this, that some of them were there. So literally, what happened was that, a long time ago, I did, a thing for, autism, and it was, this, walk thing for autism, and I had a team of, my family, and we also had a music class assistant, because she wanted to, do it, and the music class teacher was running the event, so she decided to just join my team, and we were happy to have her. She was one of the assistants I was more okay with, and so what I mean by that was I feel because she didn't hands-on ever try to work with me, she didn't ever really say anything to me, and then she kind of it worked because with her I kind of just got to I got time to get used to her before I ever had to work with her. That was my first time working with her ever. And what I mean by that is with a lot of the music class assistants, and at some point on somehow I would get partners. Actually, not somehow, it's the music class teacher and her trying, thinking she was going smart and making me partners with them was my comfortable thing when it wasn't. So yeah, a lot. So but anyway, there was this one much younger boy that went to music class, and that day after it had happened, all of a sudden I'm standing, and then all of a sudden I feel something turn around, and the really young boy from music class came up behind me and hugged me, and which was weird and awkward because I had a crush at the time, and it was yeah, it was just weird. And it was just weird because I didn't want to, it was actually kind of hard for me because I'm great now. That started making me think that, oh, he has a crush on me and I'm going to have to break his heart. And that's yeah. So, but I did not hug him back, so that doesn't, squad tour, I actually, hugged them back and stuff. And the only other person was my crush. And, I obviously hugged him back, so that was an embarrassing day, though. The day that my crush hugged me, it was, dreamland / embarrassment, because it was, dreamland after the embarrassment, and, mean was that we would do, this thing where, it was where we would pull the papers so everyone would go twice, and what would happen is the music class teacher had these laminated papers that said something on it, and whatever we pulled, everyone would have to do that thing. So sometimes it was something run around like a superhero, or jump up and down like you're jumping on a pogo stick or something it's always something. And or I pat yourself on the back, or give a friend a hug. Well, I think it was me that pulled it, and what she would do is everyone would go once, then everyone would go again. And she would always have enough papers where everyone could go twice. And then I think it was me that pulled it. I can't fully remember, but I feel like it was me. And where someone, or it might have been me, I think it was me, pulled give a friend a hug. Now, me being shy, awkward me, well, not really awkward, just really shy, I hugged the teacher, I'm like, got it done. And then the music class teacher did something very embarrassing that she kind of knew. I don't really know if she knew that like I had a crush on him or if she thought it was just a good friend, because I 100% lied to her once, and lying is bad. But I can explain myself, because I wrote him a letter once, and it was basically confessing my love, kind of. And I kind of put it from like a secret admirer, and I stayed in the room and found out that she actually read it to him, so that was kind of embarrassing. And also the fact that like I stayed in the room and kind of like to see and like to kind of give that clue of that it's me, to see if he would come up and say something to me, and he kind of didn't. Well, he didn't, and so that day, what I did was when my dad handed her the letter, she like started acting like she went like, so are you like good friends, or do you like him? And I'm like, good friends, like just to get the conversation done. And I lied and said good friends when I meant, and I had a crush on him. And I would have told her the truth, but there were like two different assistants, and I didn't really know either of them that well. So yeah, I was in shy mode. That's life. Like this day, all of a sudden, he's like going around, he's giving everyone hugs, and the entire time, the music class teacher is pointing at me, saying, hug Lolly, hug Lolly. And I think she might have caught on eventually and realized, oh wait, I like him, but I don't know. I have no clue. Then, it was just embarrassing. Really, really embarrassing. And she kept pointing at me saying, hug Lolly, hug Lolly. And finally he got through everyone and came over and was walking towards me, and I'm like, wait, this is about to happen? No, like, I'm thinking in my head, like, okay, time to wake up now, like, I'm thinking in my head, this has to be a dream. Like, kind of hoping it was a dream, because it would be very embarrassing if that actually happened, but also not wanting it to be a dream at all, because I'm like, I'm about to get hugged by my crush. Like, and then I never woke up from it, so I'm like, well, I realized it was not a dream. It was real. Then, literally, like, he comes over, he hugs me, and I'm like, so excited, hug him back like that. So that was like a big deal. But at squad tour, I was shaking the whole time. And like when I literally, like when Jenna pointed at me to come up on stage, which I thought she pointed at the person, like one of the like people next to me and my dad. And everyone, like my dad and a couple other people, were telling me to go, like run up on stage. So I wouldn't realize she chose me, and I went up on stage, and I was like in a way trying to keep myself together and from like just crying with happiness, but also just like so excited. And that was that. But with last week, I went and saw Train Tour again for the second time, and XOD Pop performed, and I literally cried. I'm not joking. Like, when the bells came on, I was like, oh, starting to get off edge, and like starting to get like, oh, like, wait, I'm like kind of was in the mindset of I might cry, because last time I did. Then like the bells finished, made it through, like I kind of here's the thing, I wasn't like full blown in tears the entire time, but like I was like kind of holding back tears, and like there were definitely some tears, so it wasn't crazy extreme, but it was like still. Then literally when JoJo stepped on, that's when I lost it. I'm really fighting back the tears right now, like thinking that, and then she pretty much immediately moved on to XOG Pop, and that I'm like, sorry, I cannot hold these tears back anymore. And that's when the tears really started, and then they kind of just stayed. And then later we were leaving the room, and then my dad, like, what did you think? And I'm like, truthfully, I cried. And, like, it was just amazing. They killed it on stage. But so much so to the point where when my allowance was some of it, I ordered an XOD Pop It because I love fidget toys and XOD Pop, and I'm really excited about it. And then my dad got me something really exciting, which is an XO VIP. And so it was like the pack. So basically, the other day, XOD Pop basically launched or announced something about an XO VIP. Didn't know what it was, seemed really cool and excited, and I did not realize how exciting it would be. Also, kind of pricey, like $47, and with the shipping and everything added up, it was $50. Kind of pricey, but it's worth it. Because, literally, like, what it comes with is, first up, it comes with a merry-go-round t-shirt. I'm super excited for that. Merry-go-round is a song that's coming out very soon, so I'm excited to have a shirt. Then it also comes with a swag bag, whatever that is, sounds cool. Then it comes with a mystery XOG Pop pin. There's 7 to collect, like a little pin. And then it comes with a lanyard that says VIP on it for your pin. So you can pin your little pin on your lanyard, which is cool. And then it comes with a QR code for something to do with the music video on the website. I don't know if it's a music video or I think it comes with bonusing or something. We're gonna find out. That seems really cool. And then, last but not least, special messages from all the XOG Pop members. And I'm so excited over that. Just so you know, and I'm saying this right here, right now, is that yes, my parents do a lot for me. Yes, they are able to give me extra fun things in life and give me a fabulous life. I know I do not get everything I want. I'm saying this so it doesn't come out braggy. I get everything I want. No. If it yes, a lot of the time I do get stuff that I want because I don't really ask for it too much. Literally, other than dance, that's the most common thing I ask for. And outside of that, it's yes, here and there, but it's not 24/7. It's not. I get everything handed to me in a bratty, spoiled way, even though I am pretty spoiled. And I'm very thankful for all of it and stuff. And there's not one thing that I ever get that I specifically ask for, and then I'm like, well, see, I got this, being really bratty and not happy and thankful about it, cause I am very thankful for everything that I get, and yeah. So, like, I'm very, like, well aware that, like, I have a nice life and I'm very thankful for it. And this was something, like, that I was really excited about, and my dad wanted to give it to me and make it happen. And, like, it was one of those, like, I think to where, like, right now, I'm the one that, like, I really enjoy the extra fun thing. And because of the fact that I'm hard on myself when it comes to dance. I'm a perfectionist. I make one mistake in dance and I freak out on myself acting like it's the end of my entire chances of becoming a pop star. I'm hard on myself. Even when it's a mistake just in dance class. I'm the one that when, like, I know I could have done better on something, and it drives me crazy that I didn't do it as good as I could have. So yes, I'm extremely hard on myself, but that's not really a bad thing. I feel like because of that, the extra fun things that are outside of training to be a pop star really mean a lot to me. They're a lot more fun and I enjoy them a lot more because my entire life basically is like it revolves around like figuring out schedule and like making sure that like I get everything done. School, chores, or get ready for dance, like make sure I log on, all of that, like it's a lot. And so, but in the end, it's well worth it. And there's not one thing I would, like, yes, as, like, I'll say it's definitely a lot. But, like, I feel like my entire life, well, my, like, life in dance ends in me literally nothing but negative after negative. And then Abby kind of balances that out with some positives. And then it just kind of works out in the end. Like, it's a good balance. And I feel like I'm hard on myself. And sometimes I'm like, Abby's hard too. Like, Abby's a tough love sort of teacher. I love that. It only makes me better. I'm the type where, like, I'm just a perfectionist. And so I feel like now that I'm actually going from being someone that wanted was literally like shy and like this would be almost too much to someone that handles this like a professional because even though I'm human, even though I'm not quite professional yet, I learned a lot from Worldwide and I know how to like act more professional in this. So it's a lot, but it's well worth it. Like, I mean, like, it's such a big change, and so I'm excited about this. And then I also ordered some squad merch with my allowance, so that can be fun. The video wasn't to brag, it was that I kind of didn't have time to plan out a video. I'm gonna go log on for dance. Peace out.